This is the Shuijingfang Museum, is it? Shuijingfang. It's a distillery. I guess they do a tour, maybe. They're closing, so I'll come back tomorrow, maybe. Spirits exist under the heaven and inherit human history. Blah, blah, blah. Distilled spirit in China is the unofficial name. Paraphrase, distillate liqueur. Sichuan liqueurs come out on top among Chinese spirits, almost occupying half the domestic liquor market share. The city of Chengdu is one of the birthplaces of Sichuan liqueurs. In August 1998, a relic of an archaic liquor distillery was discovered, i.e. the current Chuanxing distillery on the Shuijing Street in southeast Chengdu. The substantive unearthed cultural relics, piled cooling grounds, and the pits groups of different times represent the full process of making liqueur and prove the continuous liqueur making for as long as more than 600 years. Such a live relic is acclaimed as the Chinese first distillery for distilled spirit, with the longest history, strong continuity, most complete preservation in Chinese spirits, archaeological discoveries. Shuijingfang Breweries, Endless Spirits and Tales by Bank of Jinjiang River bestows the historical and cultural Chengdu with more unique charm and grace. Time brings a great change to the world while Shuijingfang creates its legend to the city during glorious time. Now please come here to witness the miracle. Yes, you have to register. And then you go on a tour of the distillery, maybe. I don't know if this is like an ancient wine producing scene, the wine producing village, maybe. It's an old well. Today I got up late and then I was thinking of going over to, well, I did go over to the Sichuan Museum and it was closed. That was about 3. And I couldn't find the Industrial Heritage Museum. That was closed. With a moderate climate, Chengdu Plain, the vast fertile land, strange to droughts and floods, affords superb natural conditions for making good spirits. Shuijing Street Distillery, located in the famous Chengdu East Gate, enjoys the most favorable climatic, geographical, and human conditions and has written unceasingly a flourishing history of urban liquor culture in several hundred years. For 6 centuries, Shuijingfang Distillery has nestled at the side of Jinjiang River from Jinjiang in Song Dynasty to Fu Cheng Chuan and Chuan Xing Cheng in Ming Dynasty, Qing Dynasty in modern times, and from Chengdu Distillery and Chuanxing Distillery in 1950s and 60s to Shuijingfang today. Many generations have created the top quality spirits with a strong fragrance by the preservance and expectation. Origin of Sichuan spirits. Chengdu Plain has a long history in making spirits, which is testified by large amounts of wine vessels unearthed from Neolithic Baodun ruins, in Bronze Age Sanxingdui ruins, Jinsha ruins, and other ruins and tombs since Qin and Han dynasties, as well as many pictorial bricks depicting winemaking and wine selling in Han Dynasty. In Northern and Southern Dynasties period, Chengdu liquor is chanted by many poets for the first time. At the time of Tang and Song Dynasty, Sichuan wine industry was more prosperous. The industrial tax revenue was the largest among the whole country. Famous poems on liqueur had also been chanted by innumerable poets. Du Fu wrote, for example, Sichuan spirits are unmatched in flavor, and beside the bridge are numerous wine shops. By Zhang Ji, Intoxicating Spirits in Chengdu Deserves My Last Days. By Li Shengyin, Spirits sold in shops in Yizhou District are like a sea. By Liu Yu, poems like these are legion. Every chapter in the history of urban development at Chengdu is diffusing the fragrance of spirits. Some ancient wine vessels, Jue, Shang Western Zhou. Uyghur. Looks like up here. They have sheet and quilt with them. It is the same with those who have liquor making equipment. Shangru is responsible for serving customers and cleaning spirit vessels and containers. These stories. Shuijingfang and Shuijingfang. It is said that in the late Ming and early Qing dynasty, a businessman whose surname was Wang in Fengxiang County, Shaanxi, came to Chengdu for liquor business. During the Emperor Qianlong period in Qing dynasty, the grandchild of Wang's family chose the blessing place in Shujing Street to open new distillery on the basis of the original one. For it was close to Dafo Temple. The distillery was named Fuchengchuan, homophonic with Fushengchuan, inverse name for Chuan Chen Fo, which means Buddha statue on whose whole body contains numerous small Buddhas. Water used to make spirits from Shu Tao's well, which I saw today in the bamboo park. So the liqueur was called Shu Tao Spirits. In the 4th year of the Emperor Daguang period, 1824, Fushengchuan opened another distillery in the flourishing Shuwa Street. The new one was named Shuanqingcheng, which meant to inherit the past and to usher in the future. The reason for choosing Shuwa Street is that a high-quality well was there, which was dug in Ming Qing dynasty, connected with an underground spring. Board carved with character relics. Now the mixture of fermented beans in the steamer, filled and capped. Mixture of vaporized alcohol passing through the airway tube. The flow out of the liquor outlet after liquefaction. Collect liquor sections according to change of foam sizes. In 1951, the government took over Fushengchuan by means of redemption and buyout and founded Chengdu Distillery. In 1963, the distillery's brand Chuanqing Dachu closing? Yeah? Okay. Distillery brand Chuanqing Dachu was awarded the glorious title of the famous Chinese spirits and then continued to hold the title for the following years. Later, the distillery changed its name into Xuanxing and expanded into a company. Since 1999, ancient pits have been excavated, and the exploration of microorganisms and ancient spirits fermentation has revived. And just at this stage, the brand Shuijingfang was established. In 2006, Chuanxing Company was renamed Shuijingfang Company. Since the reshuffle of the enterprises in 2011, Sichuan Swellfang Company Limited and Sichuan Xuanxing Distillery Company Limited began to operate independently with their respective brands. That's why their card says Swellfang. No matter Jinjiang Chen of the past or the later Fu Shengchuan, Xuanxing Cheng, Xuanxing, they were all offspring of Shuijing Street Distillery in different times. In today's Shuijingfang, deeply rooted in the same flourishing place as an agglomeration of all past features. This is the historical brewery photos. Jiang Nang Chen, a person in Song Dynasty, recorded in notes on spirit names for well-known spirits in Chengdu during Northern Song Dynasty. One of the 4 liqueurs was Jinjiang Chen. What a coincidence it is that a ceramic fragment called Jinjiang Chen was found among the relics unearthed in Shuijing Street Distillery relics. Though the time of that ceramic fragment is somewhat late or reveals crucial information, maybe Jinjiang Chen in Song Dynasty is a predecessor of Shuijingfang, also founded as a ceramic fragment on which Tian Hao Chen was carved. In the stream of history, most Chengdu distilleries have disappeared for a long time, but Shuijingfang, the distillery standing on the side of Jinjiang River, still preserves the vitality of the past. Is it just a coincidence? Right next to a bar street, too, Long Kwai Fong, named after the place in Hong Kong. Clubs and bars. Sichuan University has a couple bar streets too. Baijiu, i.e. distilled spirits, is differentiated from ancient yellow wine or rice containing grains. Traditional view believes that Chinese spirits dated from Yuan dynasty, and they are properly known as aguardiente, or distilled spirit. However, it is distinct from other world-famous distilled spirits due to its characteristics of solid-state fermentation and distillation. Chinese spirits have evolved into multiple styles based on various natural conditions, raw materials, and production processes. They can be classified into the following 5 types of different flavors, among which the strong aromatic type of flavor takes the lead. World famous 6 kinds of distilled spirits include brandy, whiskey, rum, vodka, gin, and Chinese white spirit. They are distilled despite the different places of origin, styles, and taste. Shuijingfang ever produced gin, whiskey, and vodka at early stages, now establishes cooperative relationship with Baijiu plc, British company among the world's top 500, with the biggest market share in global alcohol market. I guess they take you on a tour to the distillery. If you come earlier, there's a second floor area it had on the map over here. If this is just the little area we're in now, I guess. Maybe.